Hello everybody and welcome to the F1 League Round 6. We're here, or the F1 League Tier 2 Round 6. And we are here in Italy. Qualifying has just come to end. I missed everyone's laps, but I believe that no one has set a lap. Good start. Yeah, no one has set a lap. Matt Lovett is on pole after being disqualified from his lap. Schilling second, RBZ third, Project 994 fourth, Lion fifth. There we go, that is it. No one has set a qualifying lap, which is not a good start, shall we say. So it is basically a random grid then for this race. Interesting start. But yeah, I didn't see what happening, but obviously people have cut into turn 1 or something and retired. And yeah, that's a very strange situation. We had that last week actually, where I was third after not obviously setting a lap because I'm just watching. And this week it's got even worse. No one set a lap, so no one gets any qualifying points. Here we are then, going straight into the race. And be interested to see what happens. Matt Lovett on pole. See how close it is over these 13 laps. So I just have to pull over to the side, as usual. Out the way. Didn't actually need to get out of the way because there's no one behind. But let's check what's going on then. RBZ in second place, lining up a move into turn 1. He's going down the inside of Matt Lovett into the chicane, and he makes it done, and he's pulling away already. And we've got this thing again where hang on. And he seems to be able to do the cameras once again on the wheel. But Matt Lovett has got second place. It's Project 994 in third. And then in fourth we have Schilling. And sorry, this is bad commentary at the moment. I'm just trying to work out what's going on here with my cameras. Schilling is actually fifth, behind Grumpy Lion. As we can see there in front, Project 994 lining up a move on Matt Lovett, and he's got it done into the Parabolica and pulling away out the final corner. And Matt Lovett could be straight under threat here from Grumpy Lion, who's back after missing last week's race. He's going to go down the inside, and Schilling's going to make it 3 abreast coming into turn 1 here. Schilling takes the pair of them, but oh no, he's just broken too late, far too late, and he's gone miles off the track. He's going to rejoin, and he rejoins alongside Grumpy Lion, but obviously that is not going to count. He's pulled behind. Matt Lovett looks and tries to pass Project 904, and there's a bit of a spin. So Matt Lovett, after losing the place of Project 904, had the chance to go back through again, and he has collided, unfortunately. So now we've got Grumpy Lion battling with the 2 Mercedes. Project 994 still at the head of this, the battle for P2. Now it's a shame there for Matt Lovett, but I really don't think he was ever going to get past. I think he could have just stayed behind there. The move might have just been on, but it was a pretty ambitious one. Oh, we've got a man running out wide there. That is Schilling, who's making his return this week after missing the last 4 races. Won the first race, and he's made a big mistake there at the exit of Ascari, and he has now dropped off this battle. He's still ahead of Matt Lovett because he just ran wide, but it's now just 2 people battling for second. Grumpy Lion behind Project 994. RBZ pulling away in the lead, but I wouldn't count this race over completely yet. Grumpy Lion at the moment is on the primes, so expect his pace not to be quite as strong at the moment. RBZ obviously has track position, but those tyres could bring better luck later in the race for Grumpy Lion. But he is struggling at the moment to keep up with Project 994 here. He's pulling away over the first sector of this lap. We're briefly on board with Grumpy Lion now. We see gap closing slightly through this second sector as we now come into the Ascari again. They both round it very nicely. Grumpy Lion gets the slingshot on the exit. Will he look to make the move into the Parabolica? He does. He switches the inside, but he doesn't make that move. Project 994 is going to keep the position, but once again Grumpy Lion gets the slingshot. The slipstream out of Parabolica. Down the straight now. He's going to look to the inside. Project 904 covers it off a little bit. And RBZ is pitted on lap 3. Very early stop. Once again, I think just trying to challenge himself or something. He does like to do that. He does that in Hungary. And now we have Project 994 looking to repass Grumpy Lion. He does down the inside. This is actually, as there was a bit of lag there. But it is Project 994 who is through back into the one. Yeah, back into the lead. He was very briefly leading before Lion passed him into turn 1. He's now got that move back. Grumpy Lion's going to look to stick with him now. As we go once again into this Ascari. Very quick this race. 4 laps. Well, this is the 4th lap. Almost coming to the end now. 13 already. Very short stuff. Grumpy Lion not going to be able to make the move here, but if he can follow him through Parabolica, he could be able to do the same move that he pulled off last lap. Though he's a bit further back this time. Project 994 keeps on going then to lead at the end of lap 4, going on to lap 5 now. Grumpy Lion with the DRS able to close up slightly before turn 1. He's not going to make that move done though, but out of the chicane, he might be able to do what Project 994 did to him last lap and pass him into the second chicane. But he's too far back, definitely, through there. Now he's just got to make sure once again that he keeps it together through the Lesmos, stays with him. But he's not. He has gone into the gravel. Oh no, he hasn't. That was just lag. And he's now onto the back straight with DRS. He stays behind him going into the Ascari. Nowhere near close enough to make a move here. Rounds the Ascari and gets a good exit actually there. He could make the move into Parabolica here. Which way is he going to go? Outside or inside? He's committing to the inside now. Project 994 covering off that outside. And Grumpy Lion has the move around Parabolica, but Project 994 trying to be very brave there and go around the outside. Lion gives him space. And they both doing dummies into the pits there for each other, I think. Or they were just trying to get slipstream. But Project 994 has actually done a really good job there, and he's going to make the move into turn 1. Very brave suffering. But Grumpy Lion outbreaks him. Fantastic stuff this battle so far. Project 994 gets the switchback though. They're now going to go side by side through this really quick right-hander. Are we going to see a Vettel Alonso 2011-2012 kind of incident? No, we're not. They're giving each other plenty of space. Project 994 has the inside line. And he's got through. Very good battling there. So Project 994 keeping it around the outside of Parabolica. Didn't make the move there, but very brave of him to stay in it. Made the move into turn 1. Project 994 though. No, Grumpy Lion, sorry, outbraking him. Keeping the position, and then Project 994 eventually getting it down the inside into the second chicanes. And we're now going towards Ascari. Is Grumpy Lion going to go down the inside into Ascari? He is. Is he going to be able to hold the line? He is. Very good stuff. Very bold move there. But the thing is, will he be able to get a good enough exit? And look how much Schilling is catching up. Schilling is right on the back of this battle again now. Losing so much time with a great battle they're having against each other now. And Schilling might actually look to make the move on Project 994 here. He's gaining at a rapid rate of knots. Grumpy Lion once again does the dummy into the pits. Project 994 does come in though. But thankfully, we aren't going to lose the battle because Schilling is now right behind Grumpy Lion. He looks to the inside and he's made the move into the lead. Schilling is on fire. And he is absolutely blitzing his way through the pack. He was about to pass Project 994 before he peeled into the pits, and now he's past Lion. Schilling is on the option, so he's staying out a very long time. Obviously couldn't pit this lap though, because he would have had to stack behind Project 994, the two Mercedes teammates. It's Grumpy Lion. Here he is in second place once again now, but this time behind Schilling. He's going to get the DRS down this straight here. But I don't think he's going to bother passing Schilling. I mean, they're both probably going to pit this lap. But it would be quite a risky move as we go into the Ascari. He did it last lap. Is he going to do it again? No, he's not. Schilling is later on the brakes. Schilling is having a really, really good race so far. Don't count him out for the win. We know that RBZ pitted very early. I would imagine that RBZ is comfortably in third. But he will probably have to stop again. And Schilling is now pulling away as we exit the Parabolica. Expect them both to pull into the pits here. They do. They're both coming in. Grumpy Lion passes Schilling though on the entrance to the pits. What has happened there? I think Schilling has broke. And Lion's just left his braking really early to come into the pits. And he stays ahead as well at the stop. So he's managed to pass Schilling on pit entry. That's something you wouldn't normally see. Grumpy Lion re-has the lead and he's now on the option tyres. We saw Schilling have really good pace, but it's going to be an uphill battle now as he's on the slower tyre. But actually, no, the whole thing was lag. Schilling does actually still have the lead. Sorry, the pits on this game are extremely laggy, so I did wonder that was a bit of a strange thing. But I think RBZ has come in again. I'm not actually sure. I'm not going to track him because we just got a really good battle here. But it is still going to be an uphill struggle for Schilling, because he is now on the slower tyres than Grumpy Lion. Project 994 still in third, the undercut not working for him. But this is our battle 1, 2 and 3. Really good stuff. Schilling closing Grumpy Lion off on the exit of the chicane, but Grumpy Lion's trying to hold it round the inside of the Lesmo 1, and he's done it. He's going to hold it through Lesmo 2 as well. Schilling has got to make his move, and fast. If he gets caught behind Grumpy Lion should pull away on those option tyres. Schilling looks to the outside at Ascari, but well covered off there by Grumpy Lion. This is fantastic battling we're seeing here. Schilling once again though now has this slipstream towards Parabolica. Is he going to go to the inside or the outside? He's going to the inside. He doesn't make the move though. He slots back in behind. He's going to try and follow him through Parabolica. Does he have the grip to do so? Not quite. He's fallen a little bit behind there. He's still in DRS range though. Will he be able to pass? Yes, he's got the DRS. Surely he's going to be able to make this move done. He goes to the inside. Who's going to be first on the brakes? Grumpy Lion is first on the brakes. It kind of lets Schilling through there. And now he's going to get back on the back with the slipstream, trying to pass him at the end of sector 1 into the second chicane. He's trying to go around the outside here. It's the inside there, but it's now going to be the outside. That's not going to work. Schilling covers it off. There's contact, though. Careful, boys. And Grumpy Lion, I think he did make contact, but he hasn't got any visible damage, at least. Very light contact, so I wouldn't think so. But Schilling has the lead back again now. DRS once again as we go to the run-up into Ascari. Grumpy Lion goes around the outside, and he's going to be able to cover off the line as well because he's gone right past Schilling there with the DRS, got a really good exit, was able to draw alongside and pass Schilling as easy as you like. But now Schilling's on the slipstream once again. This is a classic slipstream race we're seeing here. This is a really good race so far. Schilling stays behind Grumpy Lion. I think he's going to try and do what he did last lap as it worked pretty well. He's running a little bit wide on Parabolica onto the green AstroTurf there on the outside. If that was gravel like it used to be, he would have been gone there, but he's lost time by doing that. He's not going to be able to get past going into turn 1 this time. He's going to have to try and follow him through the chicane and pass into the second chicane. And he's done a pretty good job of that. I wouldn't say he's really gained that much time through those corners. We see RBZ there in the background in 4th. Obviously having made 2 stops instead of 1. Wait for him just in case these two really start battling. Well, they are anyway, but if they carry on going like that, I don't think they will though. Grumpy Align is starting to pull a bit of a gap from Schilling here. It's a bit of a shame. I kind of was loving that battle. That was fantastic stuff. Really good racing. But it does appear like Grumpy Align is able to pull a bit of a gap now. Project 994 dropping off at the back. Imagine if Schilling though hadn't had that off at the beginning. It would be a fantastic showdown we'd be seeing here. But as it is, I think we've had all of our action then. After the pit stop phases, Grumpy Align is now pulling a gap. Probably about a second he's pulled away over this lap, I'd say. As we come into the Parabolica at the end of lap 10. Grumpy Align exits it and it has a pretty sizable lead now. He has the pace advantage. He's doing a really good job. As we come braking into turn 1. On board with Grumpy Align. He's got this covered now, so we're going to change our view. We're going to go on board with RBZ. Well, not on board, but we're going to be watching RBZ now. He is on the option tyres, so he's obviously got an option prime option. And he is trying to close down Project 994 now for that final podium position. I think he just does this extra stop just to make the race interesting for him, because usually he pulls away a lot at the start and it wouldn't be a really interesting race for him, so he tries to challenge himself. He is back in Tier 1 today, but only as a reserve. He hasn't got a full-time seat, so he's allowed to continue in Tier 2. I think he might struggle to beat Project 994 here. We've got 2 1/3 laps to go. There is a chance, but we saw from earlier that Project 994 is a very good battler. He knows how to keep his position. Although he didn't, he was trying to get past Grumpy Align at that point. But, well, he was kind of a mixture of both. So, we know that he can battle if RBZ gets close. 2 laps to go. This battle for 3rd is looking definitely on. There will definitely be an attempt from RBZ to make this move. The gap closing all the time. Looks about a second, I'd say. It was about 2 and a bit last lap. Really big gains here for RBZ on fresher and softer tyres. 1 2/3 laps to go now as we end Sector 1 on lap 12. I would imagine that it is Grumpy Align still at the front. No, sorry. Yes, Grumpy Align at the front, is it? Yeah. Sorry. Get so confused by these things so far, the order in which the people are in. But RBZ really close now. 1 1/3 laps to go. We end Sector 2 now. Coming through Ascari. Will RBZ be able to pass him into Parabolica? I don't think so. I think it's going to be turn 1 of the last lap. RBZ looking to get a podium here. Would be a shame for Project 904. Obviously, RBZ doesn't really care about where he finishes. Let's be honest, I think he's just in here just to make sure that he gets a race. And he is going to pass him surely here. He's going to go to the inside. Will Project 994 try and repass him? Yes, he does. He switches to the inside, but it's not going to work. RBZ covers it off. It's going to be a real uphill struggle to get back through now, Project 994. RBZ has got past at the start of the lap. He's got the slipstream though. I mean, it's do or die for Project 994. He's got a big gap behind. He can go for it, quite frankly. He goes to the outside now. He tries to pass him around the outside, but it's not going to work. Does he get a better exit though? No, he doesn't, as RBZ's kind of put him a little bit wide there. Good defending from RBZ. Not shoving him off the track, but definitely positioning his car to angle Project 994 away. But Project 994 now does have DRS. It's not all over, and this is the great thing about Italy. You can repass just through slipstream. He is passed going into the Ascari. He's got it done. Can he get it stopped? No, he can't. He can't get it stopped. He's run wide. He has kept the position though just. They're going to go side by side into the final corner. RBZ alongside Project 994. Project 994 has the inside. Is he going to be able to do it? Oh, RBZ goes sweeping around the outside but runs it wide. Project 994 is back through. It's going to be a race to the line. I think Project 994's got it. He does. Fantastic racing. Well done, lads. Hope you can hear that clapping. What a fantastic race. Qualifying was rubbish. But that was great racing throughout. 13 laps of fantastic racing between everyone. Grumpy Lion is our race winner with Shilling 02 in second place. And it's Project 994 who takes a thoroughly well-deserved P3. Fantastic battling from him throughout. Didn't quite have the pace to be with that leading pair or RBZ, but did a fantastic job. Really good podium from him. Great win for Grumpy Lion after being slow from the start, and RBZ just all-round good pace and is challenging himself in the end. Was a really good idea because he ended up having a great race there at the end. Fantastic stuff from the drivers. And it does seem like we have a bit of a change of order here on the podium at least, so a few in-game penalties have been applied. Shilling's moved down behind RBZ, and Project 994's moved behind RBZ as well, so RBZ's actually second. I will check the race director though, to see if these penalties will stay. Shilling's first lap penalty probably won't. The game gives corner cutting penalties very easily over the first few laps. But, I mean, the result really doesn't matter too much, because that was just fantastic stuff. Great racing throughout, and it shows that you don't have to have loads of people for it to be a great race, because that certainly was a really good race. Thank you ever so much for watching, and look how quickly time goes by when you're having fun, and also when you're racing in Italy, the races are so short. And how do I get back to the thing? I go like that. There you go. Final race result. Grumpy Lion is our winner, and penalties will decide the next few positions. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and this one will be on YouTube because that was a really good race. So thank you ever so much for watching once again. We will see you next time out in Singapore for round 7.